How's everyone doing out there today? Hope everyone's having a good day out there. So I want to bring you a video, and this information just came out yesterday, and it's what everybody's been complaining about. It affects Honda and Acura vehicles. It's another big recall. This is one of the biggest ones they've had recently, and a lot of people have been saying they have issues with this, and then dealers will say they're normal. It's supposed to be like that, the whole runaround like you normally get. But this is a big one because it affects almost 1.7 million vehicles. So there is a good chance that the vehicle you're driving is one that is affected by this recall. So here, I'll put a list on the screen here. This is the vehicles and models that it affects and the years with them too. So you can see it affects the Integras, including the Type S, the Honda Civics, hybrid, hatchback, pretty much all of those, even the Type R. And then you go down to the CRV, the hybrids, then the fuel cell CRV, and then also the HRV to round it out. So this all has to do with the sticking steering wheels that people are experiencing. And I actually experienced this on our new CRV we just got. We took it in because the steering felt heavy and it was sticking. And they took the steering wheel off and they greased it, and it seemed to do the trick. And then a month later, it's starting to do it again. So I'm almost guaranteed that ours will be under the recall because it's really heavy to steer. So I'll have to put the VIN in the website and it'll tell me if it's covered by the recall. And the technical information about it is that the steering gearbox was not manufactured correctly. And they said this can cause excessive internal friction that will make it harder to steer. Before this was released, they had the TSB where if your steering wheel wouldn't return to center, so you turn it and then let go and it stays turned like that, they would fix that. But now it's saying even if the steering feels extra heavy and it takes more effort than should be on a powered steering car, that's one of the symptoms as well. And you can see why that would be dangerous, because you assume that the steering is really easy. If you make a maneuver and then all of a sudden it's really hard to turn, that can definitely lead to a crash. And that's why it helps to file these complaints with the NHTSA, because they said they received so many complaints that they looked into it more, and this is what prompted them to have this turn into a full-on recall. So if people don't say anything and they notice issues like this, a lot of times this will just go away and people just live with their vehicles and assume it's normal or that's just how things are. But this is actually a good example of how getting these things brought to people's attention actually can make some change. So that's actually good to hear. And then like any other recall, they'll start notifying the owners of affected vehicles by mail. They'll send you a letter starting on November 18th. And if you've watched any of my other videos about this, I'm a firm believer of don't wait for the letters, because things get lost and then you're waiting and then you get put in the back burner and all that kind of stuff. So you can contact Honda's customer service number, and I'll put it here on the screen. And then here are the numbers for the recall that you could refer to when you call them. If you're experiencing this, or even if you aren't and you have one of these vehicles, I would definitely give them a call and see if your VIN is affected, because it could be later on. There's no rhyme or reason why some might start having issues at 5,000 miles, some might take till it's 15,000 miles. It's just how you drive, how it's exactly made, all that kind of stuff. So you want to be covered and get it taken care of ASAP. That's why I'm always a firm believer of calling instead of waiting for a letter, because then by the time you wait for the letter, end of November, you try to get in, there's like a backlog, and then they run out of parts as well. So again, I wanted to bring it to your attention because I've seen a lot of issues with this on the different forums, and like I said, Integra, Civics, and CRV forums, and a lot of them are having issues with it. So like I said, that's good that they're actually moving forward with this. And with that many vehicles, you're talking just under 2 million vehicles. Like I said, if you have one of these, more than likely yours will be affected, because that is a big number. And like I said, just our vehicle is about 6 months old, and it was fine when we bought it, and then it got really heavy and they greased it, and then it's heavy again. So because of the way it's manufactured, they even noted that even if you grease it, because the gears aren't spaced correctly, the excess from friction will wear the grease right back off. So that seems like to be the case here with me. is they greased it, it felt perfect. Then a month later, it's hard to move again because it'll just keep wearing the grease because it's not built to spec. So hopefully this will be the final fix, and then it'll be like it should have been from the factory. Again, I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop on this. Let me know in the comment section if you're having issues with yours. Either it's an Integra, a Civic, a CRV, HRV, whatever, and if you've taken it in yet and what they've actually done for it since this recall just came out yesterday. So I wanted to keep you guys informed. Hope everyone's having a great day out there, staying safe. I appreciate it as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks again, everybody.